Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Son Goku Kaioken version review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about you.
So as you can see, Tamashii Nations is celebrating their 10th world tour. This is the anniversary, 10 years of doing this, and this was a special release for that celebration as they came to their first stop in New York City at the legendary Grand Central Terminal. And there's a look at the right side, picture of the figure, SH Figuarts Son Goku Kaioken version at the bottom. And there's the left side, and there's the back, and it says SH Figuarts Son Goku Kaioken version, World Tour, 10th World Tour, Tamashii Nations 10th anniversary. Thank you for your support. Tamashii Nations logo at the bottom, Bandai logo at the bottom. All right, let's crack this baby open. But wait, there's actually more unpackaging to do here. Once you actually get the slip cover off of the box, then you have a pretty standard box here for the Dragon Ball Z figures, just a little larger than usual because you do get the aura effect with this figure. But yeah, this is the back of the box, and there's the right flap, and there's the left side, and there's the front. Alright, so we got the Dragon Ball Z Son Goku Kaioken version out of the package, and nothing really surprising here. This is pretty much the same Goku that we've gotten 3,000 times, just in a different color scheme. This is representing when he powers up using the Kaioken technique, which apparently was a technique taught to him by King Kai, and this is something that he's only successfully done, or one of the only people who has successfully mastered this technique. And it's basically just like a crazy power surge that, you know, heightens all of his abilities for a time, but it takes a heavy toll on his body. So once he does it, he's pretty much spent afterwards. So yes, the standard body mold for Goku that we've been receiving from SH Figuarts. This is not the updated body that we received on a battle damage version. It's just that in this version, his aura is a different color, sort of like a neon pink, a pinkish hue, and you can see that throughout his costume here as well. So they did something unique here by packing in the aura effect with this figure, and that's something that they never done before. You always got to get the aura separate, and this is an aura that they haven't sold individually as of yet, if I'm not mistaken. So a little bonus here, the two clamshells were actually stacked on each other. You had the first clamshell with the figure and all his accessories, and then underneath that it was the aura effect. So yeah, just looking at the deco, it's sort of like a pinkish or whitewash sort of red. The colors look kind of muted, and you can see his symbol on the front of his gi and on the back there, and this is sort of like a light a bluish sort of purple in the hair and on his belt. And yeah, nothing spectacular here. Like I said, the boots look good though. Like I said, this is pretty much just a repaint here. Everybody went crazy over this, but it's just a repaint. And it should be noted that there are different levels. There's levels to this shit, to the Kaioken attack. And recently in the Dragon Ball Super episodes, he went like Kaioken times 10 while being the blue, or the God Blue, in his God Blue form, if I'm not mistaken. So this is kind of like the base level of it. So I assume at some point we may get that version in figure form too. But yeah, out of the package he comes with two fists, and then he's got a set of open flat palms with the thumbs tucked in, and then he's got a set of carpal tunnel hands, and then he's got a set of open palms with the fingers spread. And finally, he comes with a set of hands to simulate his Kamehameha attack. And he also comes with the Kamehameha blast effect, which I'll show towards the end of this. I guess I'll get him in something posed up like that. but there is the actual ball of energy, and then there's like 7 little energy parts that emit from that ball. It's the standard one that we've seen plenty of times with Goku, but again, I'll show that towards the end of the review. And that's pretty much it in terms of hands. I'll swap out the faces that he comes with. Just taking a look at the face that comes attached to the figure out of the package. This is the standard, not really angry, but just serious face. And it's the normal method for swapping out the face. You got to take off the front of his locks and then take off the front of the face. And then he comes with the face with the teeth sort of gritted and a little more angry than that first one that we saw. That looks good. And then he comes with the open mouth screaming face, the I'm screaming for 3 episodes face right here. And that looks good as well. Standard articulation for this base for Goku. The head is on a very small little double ball peg here, so you can actually rotate this on this peg how you want to. Take the head off and rotate that neck peg if you need to get some side-to-side action or back-and-forth action. This neck is individually articulated a little bit. It'll turn just a little bit and pivot and move back and forth. So, and then the shoulders are on a double ball peg in here that allows for some butterfly action, and it'll rotate on that joint. The sleeves are articulated just a little bit. They'll hinge back and forth. They snap onto the shoulders in 2 parts here. There's an upper bicep swivel. There is a double jointed elbow. You get a wrist swivel and a hinge. They have this pop-up method here at the lower torso where you can pop the upper torso up, and that allows them to go forward and back and rotate. And you don't need it to be up for you to rotate and for it to go forward and back, but that just gives a little bit more range of motion. This belt obviously is a separate piece, and you know, this doesn't look good if this belt is up. That looks kind of crazy. Same thing on both arms. Same thing on both sides as far as the arms go. And then they have this pull down method here at the legs that allow you to get the legs up far, and they'll rotate on this joint in here as well. You do get a double jointed knee, the typical ugly original knee there. No rotation at the boot, but you do get rotation at the lower foot and a hinge. You get a toe joint. And one thing I noticed too is that there was some little imperfections here in the back. This is not the greatest paint job, honestly, but it's decent. And then these are his final accessories, all set up in a little display here. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass it is to put together this Kamehameha. I haven't done it since the very first time that they released the effect, and trying to get in all of the little energy parts that are emitting from the core of the blast is not easy because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so you get the aura, and then you get those 2 little effect parts that are separate from the aura that you're supposed to put like on the ground or left and right. But I incorporated the Tamashii impact effect or effect impact here just to show that he's kind of dug in. And you know, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't go crazy if you didn't pick this up. I do feel like they will provide another opportunity for you to pick this guy up. The world tour is continuing actually, so they're going to be making other stops around the world. Like I mentioned, New York was just the first stop, but something tells me that they might put this guy out at SDCC or something, and then at some point we may actually get a version of this guy on the updated body mode. But it's interesting that they're putting this guy out now, considering that we're about to get Nappa and a newer Vegeta, I believe, in July. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I think the first time that he used this technique was in the fight against Nappa and Vegeta, or on Vegeta or on Nappa. I can't remember, but yeah, I would have to go back to YouTube, I guess, and look up the fight. But I do believe that's what it was. So, you know, you'll be able to match him up and pair him up with those guys in some displays. So, I mean, they are giving us Goku after Goku after Goku, but I mean, he's had so many different forms and so many different things going on. They also about to drop a new Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which they actually had on display at the World Tour event, and he looked very, very good. Absolutely light years ahead of the first Super Saiyan 3 Goku that they put out, which is completely trash, really. And yeah, you know, if you're able to get this guy for a decent price, then go for it. But I would not go nuts spending $300, $400, $500 online for this figure. It's definitely not worth that. The 65 was a fair price. All right. Until next time. Peace.
That's crispy.